Hey.
Demon Tom, you feel me?
Hey. Yeah.
What's up with it, bro? What's up with it, gang? Yup. Had to get him right.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, yeah. 15 years, stay down.
Hope it was working.
Stay down, you feel me? I was in that box caged up, now I'm free, you feel me?
I know you're out. You finna focus on your music now or what?
Focus on the music? No, I'm finna spin. They was talking on me while I was down, now we out. Guess who's sliding? This guy. Matter of fact, hey, you got a perk? Oh, yeah. This finna really make me spin, I ain't gonna lie.
Fuck around with 30 shit, take 10. Think you gon' fuck with me for free, bitch, what you lace with? When all the smoke.
Alright, let's go spin.
Hold on,
Damn, already, bro? You back again?
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new episode. On this episode right here, we're going to talk about the rapper that just got released from prison, 21-year-old EBK Jaaybo. Now, EBK Jaaybo comes from Stockton, California, and he just got out from doing a year. And he's going viral right now for all the money he's flaunting and being on private jets. You know, he signed a $5 million deal right there. I mean, he really doing good, especially for a young cat. It's nice to see somebody from the West really up. But on this piece of content, we're going to talk about the future of EBK Jaaybo and other rappers that have been in and out of prison and how that works. But before we get into the meat and potatoes of this content right here, make sure y'all hit that like button and bless your boy with a little bit of love right there for the energy exchange for this content that I'm about to give y'all. And y'all know, sub up if you ain't subbed up already, and we gonna get to the video. So I seen the other day that EBK Jaaybo just got out of prison after doing a year. And EBK Jaaybo young though, right? He only 21 years old. And I seen him when he got out, right? I mean, he going viral. Here he is. He got the bust downs, one on one arm. He got stacks of money, you know what I mean? Big chains, big pendants.
Yeah. Fly Small K, 3K, 4K, 5K, 8K, all that.
You got the dream come true in your lap right there. You came out of a cell. You came out of a concrete box to what everybody lives for, expires for. You got it right there. You got it right there. You got your cup runneth over to the 10th power. And I'm thinking to myself though, like, young motherfucker, I really wonder, you can barely manage your freedom. I wonder how are you going to manage the 5 million though, right? Because it's one thing to have it, but it's a whole nother to keep it, right? Motherfucking, we see it, you know, anybody that's of age, you know, you see it through celebrities, entertainers. And, you know, for me, it's always been longevity is the goal. You know what I mean? It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, right? So I'm thinking to myself and I'm, you know, my thoughts is playing out and I'm thinking like, you know, I wonder how that is going to work out for him because, you know, you can't play both sides. Either you got to be a rapper or be in the streets. You can't be in the streets and be a rapper at the same time, you know, contrary to belief. You know, you cannot serve two masters. We know this, right? But a lot of these young cats, I don't think they understand that. Like Lil Durk is a prime example, right? He is the ultimate rap legend icon, and all the money, everything he worked for to a degree. I mean, he put his people on his shit, but he gonna be behind these concrete walls till he expired though. You know what I mean? And what was that price tag worth it? Was it worth balling for 3-4 summers to be able to, you know, live out that material worldly desire? To go sit in that box and be around motherfucking men 24/7 for the rest of your every day you wake up, you got a celly in that motherfucker, farting, dropping lint on you, you know what I mean? Coming and going, pissing on the floor, all kinds of shit, you know what I mean? Like this is a motherfucker had the dream though, right? I'm reading the captions, I'm listening to the music, and I know the identity of who the young cat says that he is and portrays that he is. And that's who he is, though, right? His actions show us that's who he is. Now, people in the comments might be like, he ain't even like that, they ain't even like that. But look, I ain't putting nothing past no one, you know what I mean? Especially when it comes to blowing a pistol, right? Motherfucker, it's not hard to shoot a pistol. Anybody can shoot a pistol. The real hard part about that, shooting that pistol or downing a motherfucker, is living with that shit and taking the consequences that come along with that. And we don't even know the residue of the consequences that reside on our soul from doing that though out here. You know what I mean? You taking a life. You taking that is the ultimate thing. You taking a life off this earth, all right? But that's another story, another video. And we ain't gonna get into all that. We gonna stay on EBK Jaaybo, right? So here he is. He got all the rapper. He got 5 million Rolls Royce private jets. You know, and then I'll read the caption on one of his video with all his guys, and they looking fly. They if you want to talk about being dipped, these cats is dipped down, right? They all, and it's good to see that the whole team shining, because you can't tell who the boss is in the picture to a degree, right? Everybody's shining. That's that old school shit right there. Everybody look like they winning. That's how it should be. But I read the caption to it, and he talking about like upping the score or some shit like that. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, you play a fine line with your future every single day with just one decision that you make. One decision that you make today could ruin the entire future of your life today. Young motherfuckers, old motherfuckers too, right? Old people, middle-aged people like myself. I deem myself middle-aged at this point, right? And, you know, one decision though, one wrong decision can fuck it all up, all right? And it's, if you can't manage your freedom as it is now, how are you gonna manage $5 million though? That's what I want to know. How you going to manage $5 million? Because you already got, if you got a $5 million deal, they're going to take the taxes out for that shit. So you already like, So, you know, I get it though, right? You're just going to keep making more music, and it's going to keep getting hotter. And you're going to, at some point, the music ain't paying no more though, right? At some point, the wave die off and motherfucking you back to square one to a degree. And don't say that it can't happen, young motherfuckers, because it's happened many. You ain't the first one to blow up. You ain't the first. None of this shit. This is old news. But it's good to see young motherfuckers out there winning and getting it. But, you know, you can blow through that money real quick and then not have it again. And there's no money management. There's no financial literacy. There's none of that shit is in place. A motherfucker barely maintaining their freedom. And, you know, of course, I give a young motherfucker the benefit of the doubt that he know that he home and he on like this and he on in a major way and he can't move like that. But, you know, that's not a given. You know, sometimes you are guilty of association by the ones that are around you, right? And, you know, I always heard the saying, you know, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. And that shit's real as fuck. So, you know, if all your friends ain't game tight to the 10th power, there's room somewhere in there, you know what I mean? Cracks in the foundation that can bring down what we see as an empire. And, you know, especially when it comes into young cats that come from the streets, you know, the RICO Act, that's how they sweep motherfuckers though, right? They just need to have an inclination that you got some involvement, and they take down everybody, and then they figure that shit out and lock it all in, and everybody has to go do some time. Motherfucker get to telling. We know how that shit go, you know what I mean? Ugly situation, but yet, you know, monetary gain for the moment is not worth your life. It's not, especially not behind them walls by no means. Always reminds me of the story when Satan took Jesus up to the mountaintop, and, you know, Satan offered Jesus, right, everything that you could imagine, right? He on this mountaintop, here go the worlds, the cities, lights, all the shit. He sees everything. He's like, you could have all of this right here. You know, everything that you desire, everything in the world, the most high kingdom, people bow down to you, the whole nine. I'll give you all these, is what he's telling Jesus. And Jesus, you know, he tells Jesus, in order to get all that, all you got to do, easy, is just bow down and worship me, right? And what does bow down and worship mean? That means kind of like, you know, you think in your mind, like literally bow down and, you know, kiss the ring, like, you know what I mean? Like the Godfather or something like that. But ultimately, bowing down and worshiping Satan doesn't just necessarily mean that you get down on one knee and pray to him. No, it means you acknowledge him as the highest God, and your actions show benefit to him. But Jesus, when he heard Satan tell him that, he told Satan, flee from him. He said, you should only worship the most high God, your Lord, the God, right? Only one God, the most high God right there, right? His Father in heaven done got all this plus some, you know what I mean? This right here, this body right here is temporary. This is a temporary vessel in this thing called the world right here. And the spirit that's encased inside this body at some point in time will exit out this body and then go in front of God right there. And believe me, we're all going just as we live on this earth right here in this world, and we get judged for the actions that we do in this world, the free world, our spirits are going to get judged for them actions at some point in time, you know what I mean, by the Most High God. Now, do I want to go in front of God and be, you know what I mean, unworthy because I traded off my worthiness here to serve the material, the money, the motherfucking Satan, the root of all evil? Would I want to do that? But most young motherfuckers ain't thinking like that. I get it, especially when you coming from nothing, right? When you coming from nothing, all this shit seems like this is what's gonna make everything right, and this is what's gonna fill your cup to the 10th power. But you know, I done been there. I done had it. I done had the watches, the chains, the motherfucking cars, all that shit. Don't get me wrong. I still strive for more, but you know, it doesn't define me. Like it's all extras along the purpose-driven journey of life. Now, I know that I can't serve the streets and get up on here and be on this type of time with y'all or be on this type of grind that I'm on. I can't do that. That shit don't, you know what I mean? It doesn't, it's like water and oil coming together. They don't mix, you feel me? But, you know, to a young motherfucker, to the average person, I guess a motherfucker would really feel like, you know what I mean, that you could play both sides. Long as you don't do this, right? Long as I don't do this, but it don't work that easy. And it's just one decision away. You one bad decision away, no matter how high in the game you is, right? Especially on them type of levels. They really want to knock you down. They looking for some kind of reason. You've developed a lot more hate and animosity from others the higher you rise, in my opinion, especially even with the ones around you closest to you. So for EBK Jaaybo, you know, it's interesting to see. You know, I wonder, I'm gonna keep my eyes on that young cat right there to see how his career goes. You know, I wish the young cat the best. I love to see people winning, but it's just realistically though, you know, if you can't maintain your freedom, right? If you can't, how the fuck you gonna maintain 5 million? You know what I mean? Because, you know, it don't take much. And, you know, you don't got to get a life sentence to be doing life in prison, though, right? You could be doing life on an installment plan, doing these 1-2 years. You know, I don't think a lot of people really learn their lesson with the 1-2 year type of shit, though. You know what I mean? When you get them 10, 20 years, and when you start seeing people change who they were, right? The old person dies, new person comes in. And it's crazy because it shouldn't have to take something so major as a life-changing event of having these big-ass penitentiary bids or getting killed or something like that happening, tragic, right? For a motherfucker to change their behavior and change the way they move. But sometimes, you know, that's the only way the pain can become the greatest, right? They say people only change when the pain is the greatest. So ultimately, you know, the pain got to be super great for some of these young motherfuckers, unfortunately, because speaking from experience, because I can relate to EBK Jaaybo, right? You know, I did all my 20s. I did from 20 all the way to 32 in the penitentiary. Let that sink in right there. You know, he celebrated his 21st birthday in a jail cell, right? I did the same thing. Had some canteens, some top ramens, some, you know, what else was in there? Little beef sticks, you know what I mean? All the shit that be on a regular canteen. And, you know, yo, 20s, now that I'm 42, I can look back now, I could be like, you know, yo, 20s is like that area where you just continuously learn and you absorb and you feel like you know everything. You feel like you skilled and you smart and all that shit, but like life will humble the shit out you on that pretense right there, because you got to think, yo, 20s, you really only got the experience from when you was like 14, 15, 16, 17 up until 21. And for EBK Jaaybo, bro's been getting locked up since 14. So at 15, he did a 2-year bid, got out. So I mean, like, bro, you don't really, I mean, come on, like life has a lot more. And that's what a lot of y'all got, the young cats, y'all got to realize life is way bigger than your hood though, right? Life, the world is way bigger than the motherfuckers that you keep around you or that you've known since you was in elementary and middle school and high school and shit. Like, man, get people around you that pour into you, that are on the level that you want to be on or doing the things that you want to be doing, because show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Believe that right there. But that's my opinion. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this. You know, I'm gonna keep my eyes on EBK Jaaybo, see how far he go with it. You know what I mean? I fuck with the beats out of Stockton. They be having some hard ass beats and shit like that. I really don't be liking the shit they always be rapping about, because I'm at this point now, I just don't be want to hear about that killing and drilling all the motherfucking time. But you know, let me know what y'all think down below. Make sure y'all hit that like, sub up, and y'all know the program. I'm gone.
Then you come here and it's like, oh,
they was tricking us.
oh, they was really playing with us.
No, it's trickery. It's definitely trickery because the way life is made up, they put certain communities, they put certain people amongst each other, and they make you use a certain address to go to a certain school, which force you to be from somewhere that you ain't never even heard about. And you grow up in certain places and you see you know, you see the gang members with the cars and the money and the clothes. So you automatically intrigued. Now you want to be what they is. That's trickery. Don't let it fool you. This is where it's gonna get you right here. It's all it's gonna get you. It's gonna get you trades you don't want to eat, people not answering the phone, letters that never came, money that never got sent.
Hey, they gonna hashtag free the game, but got nothing for
Yeah, they gonna say, hey, that J pay empty.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?